What's up, Aquarius? It's your girl, Ivy Ladone, your fitness mystic. And today we are going to find out what it is that you are transforming in the month of February 2024. My friends, if you're into these kinds of videos, please consider giving this a like because it tells me that you do, and I'll just have to make more. All right, Aquarius, let's go ahead and see what you're transforming. Highest vibrational messages for the collective Aquarius. Generally speaking, what is Aquarius transforming in the month of February 2024? Thank you for these messages, Spirit and Ancestors. All right, Aquarius, I want to see all of those emojis. Aquarius emoji, the air sign emoji. Woo! Okay, okay. I'm just going to leave it there. Okay, if you've been here before, welcome back. You know that doesn't happen. Like, the cards do come out, but I never, like, I'm the last one, so two came forward. And if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome. Okay, so what is it that we're doing here? Okay, those who are here for the first time and also those who are coming back, let's go ahead and just tap right in. So this is an oracle reading, not tarot and not like tarot, because what I love about Oracle is that you can practice your intuitive development or your intuitive abilities. Everyone is intuitive. It's just a matter of practicing it, right? And really respecting that and having that practice. So when I come forward with a card, I'd love for you to open up your creative genius, which you're so good at, Aquarius, and just allow yourself to immerse yourself into the illustration and then see what comes forward for you in that emotional intelligence. Now, whatever comes forward for you, I just want to say is like very valid. Okay, don't take it for granted and don't put it under the rug. It's valid. Now, how deeply you want to connect with it is up to you, but it's valid. And also, whatever I say, then from there, you'll take what resonates. And then what doesn't, just leave to the side. Okay? Now, last thing I want to say is, as your fitness mystic, I'm providing a diagnosis for you, Aquarius, generally speaking, for the month of February 2024. And then at the end, I'll offer you a prescription, right? Like, I'll suggest to you a way to maybe help the transformation, any healing or activation that you may need via movement, because that is my specialty. All right, we got this. Let's move forward. I also just saw the screen and that it was at 222. All right, my friends, in no particular order, I'm just going to go ahead and read them to you and share it with you. First card I'm presenting to you, take a look at, is number 2, Roots of Abundance. Wow. Exactly. Some of you are already picking that up, so I can sense it. So number 2 is a root card. It's a root chakra card, energy card. So the root chakra is located at the very base of your spine, and the root deals with your primal instincts, your basic needs, like your sense of security, especially because it's the primal instincts that's being like worked on, and at the same time your basic needs. So it's like your sense of security through finances, your sense of security through shelter, your sense of security through health, your sense of security through relationships, and your sense of security within yourself. Are you able to take care of yourself, right? Your basic needs. So this card is actually the number 2 card in the entire deck of this Oracle of the 7 Energies deck. So this is Roots of Abundance, which is basically saying like you are basically just starting to create those seeds. You are planting those seeds. So it's kind of like there's step-by-step things, right? Like, let's say to cook, in order to cook, you first need to have like the actual equipment, right? You need to have the actual equipment to set up. You need an oven or a stove top, and you need the pans, and you need the cupboard, and you need the utensils to cut. You need all of that, right? And then second, you need the ingredients. So this is saying like, all right, you have like the pots and pans and you have all of that. Now you're going to start to add and buy and grocery shop all of the food. This doesn't mean that you're cooking it yet. It just means that you're going and buying the food and doing grocery shopping, okay? So this is what this is saying in February. You're not going grocery shopping in February. Maybe you are. But this is basically saying as a metaphor that in February, whatever it is that you are working on or you've been working on, if that is stability in your life, if that is a routine that offers you stability, if that is a job that offers you stability and security, if that is a relationship or a dynamic or flow in your life, whatever it is that you are looking to provide more sustainable and secure, energy in your life, then that is what's going to be attended to in February. You are going to start to feel that connection. You're going to start to do it. You're going to start to see it. okay, to create that harmony in that sustainable, secure way, okay? Now, number two, last thing I want to say about this card before I move on. Number two is in numerology, the number of like partnership. It's about like you and me or you and them. But I always want to remind you that anything that happens externally is just like a manifestation of what actually is happening internally. Here's what I mean by that. Your relationships, your partnerships and stuff are basically just examples of your personal partnership within yourself, how you treat yourself, the dynamic that is happening with you and someone else or you and other people. That is just reflections. These are just reflections of your beliefs. They're just reflections of how you operate, because obviously it takes two to tango. So when you're tango, if one person is, you know, moving in this style, another person is moving in that style, right? Either way, like you're both tangoing, you're both doing your thing, but your partner can't just be tangoing alone. Like it requires the two of you to actually create the dance. And so, yes, what I'm trying to say to you is like, in some scenarios, we're talking about an actual physical partnership or a person that you're creating abundance with or like whatever. But metaphorically and quantum, really, you're working with yourself, your own energies of your partnership, meaning do you support yourself? Are you there providing for yourself? Are you, right? Because at the end of the day, everyone has their own inner self talk and dialogue, whether that's healthy, whether it's not, whether it's conscious, whether it's unconscious, but that's a form of partnership within yourself. So the roots of abundance is not just like planting seeds out in the world and like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to manifest that and I'm going to have that sustainable and I'm going to have security and I'm going to have that. It's that for sure, but it's also saying that, because at the end of the day, everything is energetic. That you're doing and playing with is actually contributing also to your own form of partnership and the way you take care of yourself. Next. That's a lot. All right. That was heavy. Number 35, a tall tale comes forward for you. The next card here. Okay, so some of you may already kind of get the picture here. Some of you may be like, I don't really get it. Okay. So a tall tale, actually, the card here is about you. Okay, and now don't shoot the messenger. Okay, yes, take a big inhale and exhale. I'm going to tell you something that you may not want to hear, but it's here, you know, so let's chat about it. So when this card comes forward, it gives me Pinocchio vibes because, I mean, the card itself means kind of like that, but the fact that they actually have like a doll, like a Pinocchio on the top sitting of like a big hat is so funny. The illustration is just like, wow. Because a tall tale is like you basically not telling the full story to something. Or if you told the story, it's like a way nicer, you know, fabricated version of the story. You're not saying the truth to yourself, to others. And remember what I said, that everything outside of you is actually just a manifested version of what's happening inside of you. So take what resonates, leave the rest, Aquarius. And of course, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just letting you know. So something in February is, okay, and also just want to say 3 and 5 is an 8. So this is a karmic situation, but it's also like an infinite situation. So you're talking about past, present, and future. So something about this card is like, are you saying everything? Are you being honest about everything to yourself about what's happened in the past, about what's happening in the past that is infiltrated now in the present, and that you are considering to take with you in the future? Is that going to affect the future? Something like that, in addition to also like, what is the tall tale here? What are you not fully saying to this person or to these people or to this group or to, right, whatever, or to yourself? What are you holding back from yourself? Like, we need you to be honest. The roots of abundance here, honestly, I'm going to read to you the bottom of your deck because I feel like that's the whole story. The bottom of the deck here is your overarching theme, Aquarius. It's like the theme of your reading. This is the scenario in February. Meaning like on February the 18th, I'm not giving you a date, I'm just hypothetical. You know, this situation happened. You know, I was confronted by someone and I had to like, you know, really tell a white lie, or I had to kind of extend the truth, or I had to like inflate it a little bit, or, you know, for myself because I don't want to be honest, or like for the person I was just trying to like not scare or be upset or like, you know, worry or whatever the case is. Again, like, and I just saw 1010, so there's a completion on something here. There's like a wrap up of some sort. It's like something that's coming to an end and you're like maybe telling a tall tale, something of that. Now, the bottom of your deck is 41. 4 and 1 is a 5, and that means communication to a certain extent. You're going to have some communication, but this communication is going to provide for you like a new perspective. You're going to be able to see, as it says, from a higher view. And that just basically means like you're being able to connect with your intelligence, your emotional intelligence, and also your intuitive abilities, your third eye. So you're able to visualize what's to come, or you're also able to visualize where you're going, and you're also able to visualize overall in February, because this is what's being transformed, your third eye. This is a scenario. This scenario is going to transform the way that you see things. So you're going to ultimately in February start to look at your past, start to look at your present moment. I just saw 1111 on the screen. You're going to see your future through a new lens. You're going to be like, oh my God, so that had to happen in order for me to connect to this person. I had to go through that so that I can understand what this is. Oh, like there's a, you know, oh, like I understand that like I was just holding myself back from being honest because I just didn't want to be mean, and that's not mean. I'm just learning the new definition of what being honest means. And I don't have to lie anymore. I don't have to extend the truth. I don't have to like hide or kid myself. And this is the beginning of that. It's you, the roots of abundance is you, in my opinion, being able to finally see what you've been doing, or maybe see that you've been kind of in this tall tale kind of version of things, you know? Inflating the truth, extending the truth, hiding the truth, withdrawing the truth, white lying a little bit, for the betterment of people, because you have a good heart, Aquarius, but ultimately like it doesn't lead you to great places. So Aquarius, it's saying like in February, those are the roots of abundance. You're starting to just see that, you know, being this version Pinocchio is not and with this card at the bottom of the deck, it's kind of saying like you're going to gain a new view of things. And that's the abundance that's going to happen. You're going to start to implement that new perspective that you're like, yeah, I don't want to lie anymore. Yeah, I don't want to hold this back. Like, it doesn't feel good in me. And honestly, like, I just don't want to feel this anymore. So I see that I did that for a reason. I see that I did that because I want, like, I'm a good person. It's not because I'm weak. It's not because I'm, you know, so you're gaining this emotional intelligence about yourself. Okay, mic drop. All of that to say that in February. Aquarius. What would I recommend for you as your fitness mystic, though, to process all of this to help the transformation for your third eye, my friend? I'd highly recommend for you to consider intuitive stretch. Intuitive stretch is a practice I developed through the middle of the pandemic for my clientele when I was living in New York City. And it basically is a 45-minute meditation in motion where it allows you to ground your being and then allow you to open up your heart so that you can gain greater emotional intelligence. And of course, it offers you practice for your intuitive abilities. So if you're into that kind of thing, I would highly recommend for you to check out the channel. We've got some videos on there. And if you're into intuitive stretch so much that you'd like to just follow along, we have its own separate channel on YouTube called Intuitive Stretch with more updated videos, okay? So thank you so much, Aquarius. If you like this, please give this a like and consider sharing it with another Aquarius that you think may resonate. Until the next one, I'll see you then, Aquarius.